That's interesting.
That's what it wants.
Well, it is a cat deck. That's usually what cats do. Okay. Alright. Hello, everybody. Back doing Flashback. We had 277 votes in last place, and it seems to be like this seems to be a recurring theme of one of the new decks that we put in immediately gets voted out next.
Yeah, even though
that's happened several times in a row.
That's what happened to Elfolution, and that's why it got brought back finally.
Yeah,
and then it gets immediately voted out again.
But yeah, so Elfolution in last place with 44 votes. At least it was close. It almost made it in. It almost squeaked in there. Because in second last was Grobots with 49 votes. So 6 people could have turned the tide on that one. And then in second place, we had Esper Delve with 77 votes. And in first place, we had Cats with 107 votes.
Kits.
Which I'm kind of happy with, because this should at least be an interesting matchup, because so far the Gideon tribal deck has faced a lot of decks that aren't really heavy on creature combat to kill Gideon. Yeah. So it's nice that this one is essentially a zoo deck.
You've seen in the last time, mill your entire deck and still lose.
Yeah. Anyway, so Grobots and Esper Delve come back next week, and the ones that we're adding, Orchard Alarm, because that's the last one that got kicked, and Blackburn. Burn! I really like that deck. Like, even just editing that video, because that was last week's Friday video, if you haven't watched it. Yeah, even just editing that, it's just a really cool deck. I just really like it a lot.
And it did quite well against the deck that had a ton of main deck life gain, too.
It's true, yeah. It did a really good job. So, be kind of excited to see that come back, if people vote for it. Yeah, so don't forget to vote in the thing. You'll be going first, because you're the challenger deck. Mr. Boopster has this nice little headdress on. And we'll see you in game 1. Alright, game 1. Go ahead.
We've got those.
Whoop. And for myself, I just realized that there's a really bad glare from the window, because we have 2 windows just over there, and it's kind of glaring onto the table, even though the blinds are pulled. Anyway, that's what I have in my hand. Kick us off.
Wooded Foothills. Crack that, going to 19. Find a Stomping Ground, going to 17.
So Wild Nicottle. Kind of seems like one.
And it's a cat.
Yep.
Your go.
Draw. That might come in handy. Gonna start with a very unexciting Windbrisk Heights. Oh. Which one? Which one do I want here? Probably this one. Just for mana purposes. Yeah, I'll put these on the bottom. Go ahead.
Untap. Draw for turn. Windswept Heath. Crack that, going to 16.
It's going to be a big kitty. Big kitty.
This is a big kitty. I'm going to go 3 beats.
17.
Then we're going to go for a 2-3.
Sure.
And another 3-3.
Oh. All right. Go. Cards in hand?
3 cards.
Draw a card. Maybe my turn 1 play wasn't that good. Because I thought, you know what, I can wait a turn. Does this actually hit anything? It does. Oh. None of those are good for me. I guess the lion's the most damage, technically. Ugh. Alright, go ahead.
Yeah, I was very happy with no turn 1 discard to make sure I get all my threats. Eight.
I gotta stem some bleeding. Path one of the Wild Nicottles. And I will take 5, going to 12. It's not quite where I want to be, but...
Enter go.
I mean, I guess leaving up Helix is pretty good. Draw card. Yeah, I mean, I guess. Let's just run it out there. Gideon of the Trials. And I will prevent damage Wild Nikata will deal.
Kate.
Pass the turn.
End of your turn, Helix them.
Sure. I kind of wanted you to use that.
Untap. Draw for turn. To a Gideon.
Dead Gideon.
And here's a king.
Sure.
Turgo.
Untap. Draw a card. I mean, I guess that's fine, but I'm still in such terrible shape here. Another one, but this time I'm going to get an emblem because it might come in handy. I know this one's probably not going to be long for this world, but...
Yeah, staying at 3 toughness isn't really where you want to be with a 3-3 and a 3-4 on the board.
No. But I think in terms of trying to set stuff up, it's probably a good idea. Because he's just going to die to something anyway. So, Windrush Kites, top 4. Probably that one. Yeah. Pass turn.
Untap. Draw for turn.
Yeah, I think you may have just had a much too aggressive start.
3 Gideon. 6 at you, making a 1-1.
Yep.
Vigilance.
I'll go to 6 and Gideon will go to the graveyard.
Forced. Enter go.
Okay. Untap. Draw a card. Damn Brimaz.
Makes too many cats.
Well, it's not even so much that. You'll see what I mean. Yeah, I don't know if that's even going to really do anything. Here's a Plains. Here's a big Gideon. And I guess I have to just try and keep myself alive for a turn. So I'll go up to 8. Everything attacks Gideon.
Everything attacks Gideon. Yeah, I guess you can't really destroy him.
No. Because even if I... that's... Yeah, for that. But like even if I boop that, I'm just dead on board. So I gotta kind of throw this away to save myself.
I would have to kill the Gideon, though.
That's true. Emblem. That's true.
But
so I guess I wouldn't die immediately in one turn, but
yeah, Vigilance pretty good against Gideon.
Yeah, it is. Pass the turn.
Untap. Draw for turn. Windswept Heath.
I'm kind of just hoping to draw like a Lingering Souls or something that I can get some chump blockers so I can actually have some game.
Everyone at Gideon.
Yep. I think you can... Does this have to attack Gideon as well, even though it's like spawns in attacking, or can that one attack me?
Yeah, with Vigilance onto the battlefield attacking, so it's already declared attacking, so I think I can choose.
Yeah. I mean, he's dead to this, right? So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
It specifies that when he blocks, the 1/1 also blocks whatever he's blocking.
Yeah.
But it doesn't specify the attacking, so I think I can get 1.
Well, but this just says during target opponent's next turn, creatures that player controls. Oh, but you didn't control that. But I guess that doesn't matter.
No, like...
Yeah, attack Gideon if able. So I think you have to.
Probably.
Just in case, I mean, if we're wrong about this, you can tell us in the comments, but yeah. Dead Gideon. He served his very limited purpose.
Enter go.
Lingering Souls, please. I'm in desperate need. That's not that. Inquisition you.
Which one of these would you like?
Lion. Is neither an option? Here's that Gideon. Well, we've seen all three, but
Gideons.
None of them are going to be very long for this world, I'm afraid. So he'll just make a 2/2. And since you're using the cats, I'll use a bear. But it's actually a knight ally. And, because why not? Here's a plains. Go ahead.
You can go find another basic.
Sure. Boy, thanks.
I'll crack my windswept teeth too.
Yeah, I think this start was just way too fast for me. Here's another plains.
Temple Guard. Yeah, with luckily with no turn one discard, I could get 3/1/1, 3 1-drops on the board.
You actually, well, I mean, I guess you gotta kill Gideon and me, but I think you can now, right?
Yeah, because just he can attack Gideon and kill him, because the 1/1 that he spawns.
Yeah.
Untap.
And then I take 7. Yeah, okay.
Draw for turn.
So you need the removal there
Yeah,
also.
so I guess Inquisition probably should have taken Path, but...
I was a little more worried about the long game. I suppose I should have thought of that, but I don't think one turn would have made much of a difference. Because even at
you for 7,
that point,
Gideon for 4.
Yep. So, I take a bunch of lethal, Gideon takes a bunch of lethal, and this emblem, this actually Garrick emblem, doesn't make the cut. So, under these heights, I had 4 mana Gideon, and another 5 mana Gideon.
Oops, all Gideons.
Yeah.
And you really needed some
And unfortunately, no ways to actually attack with creatures. So, yeah, that was a pretty blisteringly fast start. But we'll see if we can maybe take game 2. So we'll see you in sideboards. Alright, sideboard time. So, we'll start out. I don't know why I said that weird. Fragmentize doesn't really do anything at all, so that's not worth bringing in.
There's not a target.
No. There is Anguished Unmaking, which your deck is more or less, like I'm more or less treating it as though I'm boarding against a zoo deck. So I don't think something that costs 3 mana and costs me 3 life to kill like one of your 1 mana 3/3s is not great. So I don't think I want that. Zealous Persecution's kind of interesting. So if I have like a bunch of Lingering Souls tokens, I can trade them with your 3/3s if I cast a Zealous Persecution, which is pretty good. Because I basically just need to keep your little litter of kittens off the board. But I don't think it's really good enough in this matchup.
It also picks off the 1/1s created by Pride Sovereign.
And Regal Caracal.
Well, you have to deal with the Caracal first.
Sure. Assuming I can do that. Yeah, that's a tough one, but I don't think it quite does enough. Hopefully that won't be a mistake in game 2, but we'll see. So I don't think I'm going to bring those in. Collective Brutality, this one's pretty good. The -2/-2, I mean, it can kill a couple things, but it's not the best card in the world by any stretch.
Enough for this matchup, definitely.
Yeah. And then instants or sorceries. There are some that I care about, but I think that another card I'm bringing in probably does better with the cards that I'm worried about, so I don't think I want Collective Brutality. Gideon Champion of Justice. This is finally the time for Gideon Champion of Justice. Because his +1 ability, so he'll come in with 5 counters regardless, but his +1 ability gains a counter for each creature that... Is it all players
so
or just you?
up to 5.
Yeah, the target opponent controls.
And then target opponent.
Yeah. So, since you have a ton of small, cheap creatures, he actually would come in with a fair bit of counters, which seems pretty sweet. So, I'm going to be bringing him in.
Yeah, if you get the Gideon emblem down, he'll be very annoying to deal with.
Yeah. He'll probably take a few attacks at least, I hope. Unless I'm, like, really behind on board. But, yeah. Rest in Peace doesn't do anything at all, I don't think. I guess you have grudges in your sideboard. That's about all I can think of that does against your deck. So, not bringing those in. And I think I am going to bring in the package of ley lines. You have a lot of, like... Well, not a lot, necessarily, but you have, like, bolts and helixes and stuff, and ways of dealing direct damage to me and or Gideon. So I think I probably want to bring these in. I don't know if necessarily they're going to do enough, but I think they're better than some of the cards I have in here. So I'm going to bring in these 4 and this Gideon. And what I'm going to take out, I'm going to take out these 3 Thoughtseizes. Now, this is a little suspect because, you know, Thoughtseize can get any problematic things, but as you kind of saw in the last game, he has so much redundancy that I don't think I want to be paying 2 life to take one of 5 identical cards, functionally identical cards in the same.
Inquisition, the only extra card Thoughtseize can hit is Collected Company, which is pretty good, and Regal Character, which is
Yeah. So I don't know if the 2 life from that's worth it, because essentially this is an aggro deck that I'm playing against, so I think I'm going to be taking those out. I just don't think they do enough. And I'm going to also be taking out Heart of Kirin, which is sad, because it does block your 3/3s very effectively. The only issue with it is you even have main deck ways of dealing with that, like
Qasali Pride Mage. I can just deal with your artifact.
Yeah, and a lot of times, you're probably still going to be able to take out the 4/4 even if it blocks a random 3/3, just with a removal spell or really anything. So yeah, I don't think it's quite good enough. So I'm going to be taking out these 5 cards and putting these 5 in. Go ahead.
As for me, Relic of Progenitus doesn't really do anything. He's got Lingering Souls, but we're not too worried about that. Rest in Peace fills the same role, not too worried. Crumbled to Dust, he's not relying on one specific land. Windbrisk could be nice, but it's not worth a 4-mana sorcery to deal with a Windbrisk, so we're not bringing it in. Ancient Grudges, not really needed. I mean, he ended up taking out of the artifacts, but even still, we already have main deck ways to deal with it, and he doesn't have a ton of them, so it wouldn't be worth it. Dromoka's Command is interesting. Can deal with an enchantment, can pump 1 creature, have them fight, does a bunch of things, but nothing too spectacular for this matchup. Fire Spout. This is a fun little card. 3 mana, red or green. If you spend red, it deals 3 damage to each non-flying creature, and if you spend green, it deals 3 damage to each flying creature. This allows us to only deal with flying creatures if we so need.
Yeah.
Which is pretty good in this matchup because we don't have any... Well, we have 1 flying creature, and he has a bunch of Lingering Souls, so it seems pretty decent.
Yeah, it's a very good card against me.
Pyroclasm. This is our little extra one, because most of our creatures have 3 toughness. They're not actually hit by the Pyroclasm. But I don't think we need that also, just the Fire Spouts. Also going to bring in this Fiery Justice, which is another spicy card. 3 mana, deals 5 damage, divided as you choose among any number of target creatures and players, and then target opponent gains 5 life. This can be used to pick off Planeswalkers, but also just deal with their creatures. In this matchup, it's pretty decent, because it can clear a full set of Lingering Souls, plus deal 1 damage to a Gideon if we so need. It's also a fun card against Death Shadow if you ever have it in your meta, because you can deal with one of their creatures, make them gain 5, potentially deal with their other one.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
Qasali Ambushers is another fun card. Not really for this matchup, though. It's potentially free, which is interesting, but it can't ambush a Lingering... Well, actually, it does have reach, so it could ambush a Lingering Souls.
It's true.
But we're not really too worried about them attacking. We're more worried about them blocking as Planeswalkers, so not really needed.
Yeah.
And Regal Characters, Caracles. We have 2 in the main deck, 2 in the sideboard. I don't think this is the match where we need extra copies, so just these 3 are coming in. As for what we're taking out, 1 Lone Lion. He's kind of the worst cat, so
yeah,
he gets the boot. And 2 paths, because there's nothing we really want to path on your side.
No. I mean, you could theoretically path a Gideon if a Gideon's attacking, but a Gideon's probably not going to be attacking unless you are a pitiful board.
We can always deal with it on our turn with Lightning Bolts and Lightning Helixes, so those provide a bit more utility, I feel, in the paths. So these 3 in, these 3 out.
Alright, and we'll see you in Game 2. Alright, Game 2. Gonna show my hand. I'm a little bit worried with this hand because of these, but at least there's this. So, go ahead.
Yeah, Leyline. We've got those.
Whoop. Alright. So, And lead things off with a tap Godless Shrine. Pass the turn.
Draw for turn.
'Cause I like having life points.
Windswept Heath. We don't really care about our life points because we're going to go down to 17. And eventually find a Temple Garden.
Sure. Do you take out all the loam lines?
No, just one.
Okay. I wasn't sure how many you're running in this list. I haven't really looked at your list yet.
You used to, the original list had that 0-1 that had landfall.
Oh,
but
step
he didn't
links.
really, step links. He didn't really seem that great, so I ended up cutting him and then boosting loam lines up to 4. So there's still 3 copies.
It's a good card.
And a 2/2 Wild Mikado.
Sure.
Jurgo.
Draw a card. That was good. Here's Marsh Flats. Go ahead.
Untap. Draw for turn. Does that change what we do? Nah. Wooded Foothills. 16. 14.
Wow.
Sacred Foundry.
Yeah.
And we shall cast our Leonin Sky Hunter.
Oh. 2/2 flyer. Or 2.
That's a cat.
It is a cat.
It's probably not good enough normally to main deck, but he's too funny to not include.
It's kind of funny.
3.
I'll path it, because it's the biggest thing you played. And I'll also crack this. Go to 19. Getting another Godless Shrine.
Get a forest.
Yeah, I basically just have to try and keep you from going really wide, like you did in the last game. I think that's kind of the key to potential victory. That said, it's kind of hard when you Coco and make a bunch of tokens and stuff like that. But I guess on these early turns, untap, draw a card. That was pretty good. Here's a Plains. Here is a Little Gideon.
Yeah.
Little Gideon who could. I'll prevent damage that will deal. Going up to 4.
Yup.
That's all I got. Pass turn.
Untap.
Did miss a land, but
Draw for turn.
that's okay.
Here's a township. Enter go.
Untap. Draw a card. Ugh. Alright. Animate.
Yup.
Bash.
We'll take it. This one is 4.
4/4. Yes.
Go to 10.
We're gonna linger some souls. 2 spirits. Pass the turn.
End of your turn.
Yep.
Collected company.
Kind of figured.
Well, that's some beats.
Okay. That's pretty gross.
Untap. Draw for turn. Cavern on cat.
Yep. It's a Catvern of souls.
I'm pretty sure it's just like a cardboard box.
Yeah.
That's probably how you can tap for mana of any color for
Yeah.
cats.
Oh, God. My kitties at home have so many boxes.
And we shall swing at Gideon.
With just those? That's still just a 1/1, right?
Yeah, with vigilance.
Yeah. Block. Gideon can take 2. Go to 2. We don't have a million Windburst kites this time, so I don't really care about keeping my 2 1/1s alive.
Intro.
Untap. Draw a card. Yeah, it's not great. I'm gonna go up with this Gideon to prevent... Prevents... Brimaz. No, that's not right. Sky Hunter. I'll prevent Sky Hunter.
Okay.
Then we'll play an Oath of Gideon, which will get us 2 1/1s. Just gonna use these soldiers.
Makes
Core
sense.
allies, but yeah. Same thing. And I really needed a land, but that's alright. Pass the turn.
End of your turn. Gonna exert him. And he makes 2 1/1s with lifelink.
Yeah. So those have lifelink, and this guy makes a vigilance.
Untap. Draw for turn. So you prevented Sky Hunter.
Yeah.
So at Gideon.
All at Gideon? Let's see. How invested am I in drawing a land next turn? I mean, it's pretty much make or break. And Gideon dies to this attack regardless. Dead Gideon.
Mountain. And a loam lion.
Okay.
Jorgo.
Untap. Draw a card. Well, that's good, I guess. Westvale Abbey. Thing is, I don't know if it's going to be good enough. We'll see. Gideon, Champion of Justice. So he's going to go up and then get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
So he starts
7.
at 5.
He starts
because
at
of
5.
Gideon. So then he goes up plus
yeah,
1.
sorry. Yeah, you're right. So he'll go up to 6. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 gets 7 counters. So he has a total of 13 counters.
Oh.
But he's still in a lot of trouble.
He's still in a lot of trouble,
Yeah.
yes.
So past turn.
End of your turn, Township.
So bad. At this point, I need a Wrath or a
We
Damnation.
don't have enough of those
Real bad.
green and black dice, so we'll
Yeah.
have to use the regular.
I'm in real desperate need of a Wrath.
And the mana. Well, I guess you have the
I've
mana.
got the mana to do either one of them, so...
Untap.
Maybe this Gideon's just not good at all.
Draw for turn.
I don't know.
He'd be great if you had...
But he's still gonna die in one hit, is the thing. Because you can get him for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can... Oh, he can go to 1. I can... Oh, no, but you can just use Township again. Yeah, so he's
But,
still gonna die in one
you
hit.
have your blockers.
Yeah, but even if I block the 2 biggest things, he still just dies in one hit.
2, 4, 6.
And you make another cat.
9, 12. Oh, yeah, I guess with Township.
Well, you don't even need the Township, because Spermaz makes
Well-
another cat.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll Gideon.
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna die anyway, so. Dead man.
And you're not gonna like me.
I don't usually.
Johnny.
Oh, God.
Keep your Godless Shrine tapped. One of them.
Okay. Well, quick exit for this deck. I assume you're done?
Yeah.
Untap, draw a card.
Yeah, you don't really expect land destruction, but
Yeah.
here is the point.
Well, especially when I missed like 3 land drops. It was a sketchy one to keep, but you had arguably a faster start than you had the last game. I mean, the last game you had a bunch of 1-drops.
Yeah, the last time I started
this
strong
time you
and
just
then
had
kind
better
of
cards.
petered out in the middle and then finished.
Yeah.
And this time it's like Collected Company just gets my 2 best creatures.
Yeah. Ugh, go ahead.
Untap.
Yeah, I don't think I can win now, because I needed, even with the Ajani, I needed to get land and then Wrath to win. But the fact that I missed on both of those isn't great.
Draw for turn. I mean, yeah, let's just keep that land tapped.
Tap land.
And swing. Oops.
Okay, so how much is this for? Currently?
1, 2, 4.
Let's assume I block the 2 biggest things.
So 2, 4, 7, 10, 14.
15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So I'm just dead to this hit.
Well, if you block the 2 biggest ones.
But you can just township and kill me.
Ah, yes.
Well, in the event that you don't want to do that, I'm gonna block the 2 biggest things, and then I'm gonna do this because why not? Well, actually, am I okay? Give me a second here. So then if I block, Loam Line's the next biggest thing that I can block, right?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. But I still can't. I guess I can stay alive one more turn, so I'll do that. Block Brimez, block Loam Lion, path Pride Sovereign. I was going to path my own soldier so that I could get a 4th land and then hopefully rip a Wrath. But I would just die to that, so I'm not going to do that.
So we get a plane.
If I had no option to keep myself alive this turn, I would have done that because it's the sweet play, but I actually don't think it really matters.
And then, yeah, before damage,
Yeah.
we will township.
Yeah. So I guess these are still doing that, but it doesn't really matter.
If you had a Zealous Persecution, you could have prevented, because you could have killed these 2 cats in response to my township activation.
True. I didn't bring those in, but
Just pointing
It's
out
true.
that there was a point. See, it could have done something.
yeah, but I didn't really.
I don't think it would have still helped.
I don't think it would have mattered.
Board state, but it would have done
Yeah.
something.
Because these would still be even chump blocking. So yeah, so I'll take one. Let me just make sure of this. 1, 2. You've already used a Johnny. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, you have a ley line, so Johnny's not
That's
pointing
true.
face.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, sorry. Yeah, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I go to 2. And I think he gained some life somewhere in there. Not that that matters. I'm not really
Oh, yeah, these
pressuring you at all.
These ones are lifelink cats, right?
Yeah. I don't think it matters because I haven't even attacked you once.
Yeah, so I go.
Yeah. I
probably- yeah,
don't
'cause
even worry about it because
I'm
it
probably at
doesn't
20.
matter. I'm not gonna win with damage
Enter go.
because even if I peel a Wrath, which I didn't,
Okay, 'cause the first time they'd attacked, they'd have been 2/2s, so that'd put me
Yeah.
at 14, and then the second time, 6.
I'll do it
Life.
in editing. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, I ripped a land, but it's a tap land, so didn't even really do anything. To you,
Untap.
Very unfortunate end to this deck, but yeah. Probably just was not a good matchup for a Planeswalker deck.
Draw for turn. Sully Pride Mage.
Sure.
Blow up your ley line.
Sure.
And then we can just kill you with a Johnny.
That is so boring.
I mean,
yeah, it works.
it's easier for the math.
Yeah, this is true. Okay, I was a ways off from a Wrath. Oh, I guess I could have flashback and Lingering Souls, but it still wouldn't have kept me alive, so didn't really matter.
Too many threats.
Too many threats. Alright, well, that was this matchup. It's kind of sad to see this deck go. I really like this deck, but turns out a litter of kitties was enough to get it done. I'm also kind of curious how far down my Wrath effects were. Was it even close to one? Not really. There's one in the middle and one towards the
Gideon
bottom.
just didn't want to hurt the cats.
Yes. Fair enough. Fair enough. So, don't forget to vote in the top thing. Now I'm just wondering if there was ever a point in there where flashing back Lingering Souls would have mattered. I don't think so.
The turn you pathed, because you would still had 2 mana open.
Yeah, but I don't think it would
4
have mattered.
blockers. I don't think it would have mattered.
I would have been at like 6 instead of 2, basically.
Yeah, you just gotta chump
Yeah.
my 3/3 flyer.
Yeah, so I don't think that's really would have made it any difference. Also, my next draw was nothing special, so... Anyway, yeah, don't forget to vote in the thing, and we'll see you on Friday and next week.
Boy.